We stopped by my buddy John's here. He's working on my truck bed for me. I'll be right back, John. I'm going to show him what you already did.
Alright.
Let me come in here. You guys remember we got that old, I think it's a... What year is this Studebaker, John?
47.
47 Studebaker. And how many miles? 15,000?
13.
13,000 miles on it. I don't remember anything. 13,000 miles on an old truck like that, old farm truck. And he actually knew the farmer that owns it. It was his neighbor. His family used to own a farm. But here's the boards. And John, he planed them down so they're beautiful. And he put the little groove in there for my stainless steel. And we're deciding whether to fill the holes in with plugs. He was going to take plugs out and fill it, but I think we're just going to use wood filler because they're such tiny holes. But he has one more to do. And like I said, we just stopped in on him, so let's go watch him. He's going to I don't know if he planed it or he's going to route it, but let's go check him out. All right, John's going to route this for us here. He's got the router actually built right into his tabletop.
And then we're not plugged in.
Got to plug it in. Remember I said he's a woodworker, not an electrician.
Actually, I am. To the county.
He's got the board turned upside down. It's raised up, John. Alright. We gotta realign everything.
Alright. Well, did you want to take it now? Or
No.
Okay, I'll just
put
you
mean
it
the
over.
wood?
Yeah. Or everything. Or
yeah,
this,
you know what?
it's up to you.
Yeah, I could do that, John.
Because it's not going to rain or anything.
Right, it's in your way.
That's not my way. But.
Alright. Yeah, I'm out here. We got this home and just look at him. John did a beautiful job on planing these and putting a little groove in there for me. But these are natural wood, so like this piece here is going to be a little lighter than this one, but they're all pretty close. I mean, it is what it is. Actually, there are more dark ones than light ones. I already brought a couple in, but anyway, yeah, I gotta go find some wood though now and fill in them holes. Alright, this is what we're working on today. Got these dirty old gnarly boards here. Gonna put them in the back of the pickup. But this is what we started with. We got these big holes in here from where they had the screws. This was actually a deck on the back of a big mansion. And the guy didn't want it anymore. And Daddy Dirt Bike was able to pick them up. But this is what they were. They've been out there. They're dry and everything, so they've been out there for a long time. And gave them to our buddy John, and he planed them. Just the one side. I'm not worried what the back looks like. And he did a beautiful job. He planed them and put this groove in here. Matter of fact, in the beginning of this video, I was going to show you how you put that groove in here. And the board he put in there, we thought it wasn't adjusted right and everything, but it just happened to have a warp in it. So instead of turning the camera off, I had just taken the camera and put it on a table and helped him. Then we figured out, you should lean on it. He wasn't leaning on the front because I was up towards the front of the router. So he was actually pushing on the board, pushing it through from the middle. So we didn't have to adjust anything. He just, I got out of his way and he sent it through. So then when I went to film it, the camera was already on. So when I went to film it, I turned the camera off to film it. If you know where I'm going with that. Then when I finished filming without the camera on, I actually clicked it to go off and put it in the camera bag, and it was in the camera bag and ran for the next hour till the battery died. Then when I got home, I take the camera out of the bag and I asked the old lady, I said, where was this thing? Because I says it's red hot. She goes, oh, it was just sitting right there on top of your sweatshirts. And I says, there ain't no heater back there or nothing. So then I figured it out after I went to upload this and edit it. You know, the thing's been running straight for an hour, so that's why it was warm and hot. But anyway, I digress. But what we're going to do now is, you see on the back there, you got the big holes from the nails or the screws. But on the bottom, you know, you have tiny 3/16 holes. And John was going to make some plugs. He has a tool where you can just take an old piece of stock and drill it, and it'll make little plugs, and you can drill these out and put them in there. But like I showed you earlier, you know, I mean, these things aren't the same color, and I didn't want John to do that. There's over 100 holes here. You know, he did enough for me. I said I'll just put some wood dough in there. So I went to find a color that would match, and this is actually mahogany. But mahogany was the mahogany was way too dark and red. So I got this early American, and I put that in there, and then I wait the next day, and it's still soft. And I look at it, and this putty here, it's actually putty. Putty don't dry. You know, it always stays soft. So I dug that out, and then I went and got some wood filler. Figured I got something close to it. But let me get the board. I got a board over here that I actually tried it on. Let me see if I put this up here with one hand. Alright, let me spin it around here in the light. There we go. Bear with me. Alright. This is what it looks like. You know, it's pretty close when it's wet. But when it dries, it's not that close. And then I got this other can. I couldn't really tell. This is just a photocopy on top. But this is also golden oak. Both these are golden oak. And that's what that one looks like. So, goes to show you the color. Look how dark the color is up here. That's light. So that didn't work. So what I did was I was able to pick up. These are red oak dowels, 1/4 inch red oak dowels. And I already put 2 in there. And if you look down the board, you can't tell where they're at unless I come up on it and point them out to you. Here's one right here. I glued one in, sanded it down, and they look good. Don't forget there's going to be 5 coats of urethane on here, so you're not going to see that. And there's actually grain on there, and I tried to straighten the grain, but it was all full of glue, so if I had the grain straight, it would look even better. So what I'm going to do, instead of keep rambling on here, I'm going to drill out all these holes. Like I say, they're 3/16. With this one I did, and I was going to put the wood dough in. I actually glued in 3/16 plugs just so I wouldn't have to use a whole lot of that. But like I said, I'm going to drill them out now, make them 1/4 inch, and then stick 1/4 inch red oak dowels in there, and then we'll go from there. Alright, yeah, if I wasn't rambling enough, I'll ramble a little more for you here. I have a scale, and I thought it would be interesting to see how much weight I'm putting back in that truck. I think I took about 400 or 500 pounds out of steel, of diamond plate steel. But I figure let's see what's going to go, how much weight we're going to put back into this truck. And I took one of the boards and put it up here. Whoop! Try and center it there. It's a pretty accurate scale. It's 11 pounds, 14 ounces. So I'm going to call that 12 pounds just for fun. Alright, all these boards are the same length, same thickness and everything. So you remember what that was? We upped that till 12. I'm going to take this other board here. You know, and this one's a little darker. Like I said, they're different colors. This one here is actually 13.3 pounds. So maybe the darker, the more sap it had in it. I don't know. You know, I'm not a tree guy. But anyway, there's going to be 9 full ones in there, 9 6-footers, and then 2 8-footers. So you're going to have the equivalent of, I'm going to round this, I'm going to call them all 13 pounds. You're going to have about 143 pounds of lumber in there. So add this up, write that down, 143 pounds of lumber. And let me get the nuts and the bolts and the steel and the stainless. Alright, here's the stainless steel slats that are going on there. I'm going to try and do this all one-handed for you. I'm turn them over so they look good for you. Okay. And then you got these two. Until they were in plastic, but I'm not worrying about that. So 16 pounds, 13 ounces. So you got about 17 pounds of stainless steel going back in there. Then I'm going to have a steel border, a 1-inch steel border, and there'll be 2 of these. So that's 7, 8. Let's call it 8 pounds, because there's going to be a little more than 2 of them on there. So there's going to be 16 pounds of that steel. Then, you guys keeping track of this? Alright. We got going to be 100 stainless steel nuts and bolts. Here are the bolts. Alright. And then 100 fender washers. So there you go. That's 11 pounds, 6 ounces. Let's call it 12 pounds, because there's going to be big bolts, 4 big bolts holding the bed down. And they're going to go. So that's probably going to be about 15 pounds of bolts. Oh, man. Alright. So I got it all written down here. You can add that up. It's going to be well over 200 pounds of weight I'm putting back on there. But like I said, I took off about 400 or 500 pounds. So that's not bad, you know. I'm going to lose about maybe 250, 300 pounds, which is good. You know, plus it didn't have a bumper. Matter of fact, come over here. It didn't have a bumper on it, so I'm going to put the bumper on it. And these are the bumper brackets. So, and then over here in the corner, come on over here in the corner, is a brand new bumper standing up there. So that's I don't know, 20, 25 pounds with the brackets. I don't know, maybe 50 pounds. I don't know. But anyway, it's going to be lighter, but not much. So, alright, let's get back. Let's start filling some wood up with the plugs. Alright, yeah, before I drill them holes out, I figure I'll let you see what it looks like when they're sanded down. Here's what this is DAP, and that's their golden oak, and that's what it is sanded down. So that don't even look like mahogany. And here's the Minwax filler. That's a little better, but still not as good as the red oak dowel. So it's the red oak dowel wins hands down. So I thought you'd like to see that. All right, let's get some work done. All right, here's something interesting. Yeah, I drilled the holes. I drilled them quarter inch, and it's funny. Even the sawdust. This sawdust here looks sort of orangey, you know, sort of red, and then on this other one, on the lighter board, it actually looks brownish. Yeah, I know a couple of you woodworker guys are saying, you know, get some of the dust and mix it in with some putty and use that, but we're not making furniture here. It's going to be a dirty floor for the bottom of a pickup. So, like I say, with 5 coats of urethane on it, so it's going to serve its purpose. All right, let's clean this up. just trying to make a mark here to give me an idea where the grain is. Some of these it's not that easy to tell. But we'll do our best. Believe it or not, you're going to see a grain, but you know, I think we're getting kind of goofy with it, but we're here, right? I get more on my fingers than I am on the wood. Alright, let me finish marking these up. Alright, we'll fill a few holes. We got some glue here. Just gonna stick it in there. There we go. Probably going to use more glue than I really need, but hey, what the heck, right? Alright. And then I'm just going to start. Put a little glue on the tip. Start that little guy. So with this one, turn the grain in the right direction. Close enough. Pretty tight. And then all I'm going to do is just going to wipe it around here. Put it in with a hammer, magic hammer. Just have a little bit sticking up. The less sticking up, the better. Almost forgot to put some around here. Okay. Then I got a little damp towel here. Wipe the excess off. Like I say, this is going to have polyurethane on top of it, so if there are any little you know, holes, that'll get filled in. Alright. Let me see, probably about 98 more to go. You guys don't have to see that, right?